Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another tutorial. Today I want to walk you through how to go ahead and deploy a Django website onto Python Anywhere. Now, in one of my previous tutorials I showed you how to go ahead and deploy something on Heroku, but I also said that I would show you how to set up a new Django website on Python Anywhere. And Python Anywhere is, again, a good hosting platform for Django-based websites. And it's got a really good set of training docs up here as well. But let's just quickly go through some of the pricing here. So there is a free tier, which is the tier that I'm on right now. And really, all you have to do is go ahead and set an account. But if you want to go ahead and try a paid account, these are basically all the different features that come with it. Now, if you just want to experiment with Python Anywhere, then going with the free platform is actually not a bad idea. You can go ahead and try it out. At the same time, if you do go ahead and go for a paid plan, you do get your money back within 30 days. Now, there is a link down below that is an affiliate link, so if you want to use it, that'd be very helpful. Otherwise, pythonanywhere.com. So what I'm going to walk you through today is actually going ahead and setting up a brand new Django website. So after you go ahead and set your account up, depending on the type that you want to go for, you're going to go ahead and log in, and I'm just going to go ahead and log into my site here. And now I'm going to go ahead and head over to my dashboard. Alright, so after you go ahead and log into your console, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and open up a new bash script. So you're going to go to new console and you're going to hit bash. So it's going to go ahead and render a new bash script and prepare the bash script essentially for us. And the first thing we're going to want to do is we want to go ahead and create a virtual environment. So we're going to say mk virtual env, and then we'll just call this venv for simplicity. We're going to go ahead and specify the type of version of Python we want to use, which is going to be equal to /user bin, and we're going to select Python 3.7. And so we're going to let it create that for us. And so it's going to take a little bit of time to run, just because, remember, we are using the free tier, and the free tier does have some of its limitations. But for testing purposes, I'd still highly recommend you go ahead and try this out, because it's not a bad option at all. Alright, so now we know that we're in our virtual environment because we have the brackets and the venv here. If this wasn't here, all we would type is work on venv, and that's it. And then you go back into your virtual environment. But since we're already in our virtual environment, we don't need to worry about this. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to install Django. And so this is going to take a little bit of time to install, so just hang tight. Alright, great. So now it's gone ahead and installed Django, and if we want to just confirm that it is there, we're just going to go type in Python and we'll type in Django and then version, and you'll see that it's 2.2.5, which is great. So the next thing we want to do, just like we would in any type of a Django development, is we want to go ahead and start the Django project. So we'll say Django admin, and I'm just going to call this Django project. Of course, I have to go ahead and write start project. So it's done that, great. I'm going to go ahead and change my directory into my Django project. And so, perfect. I have my manage.py in there in my Django project folder, so I'm on the right track. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to type in Django admin start app, and we're going to say Django app. Okay, so now that's been done. I have my project and I have my app started. Now, typically speaking, when we would go ahead and do something like this, we would do things like run migrations against our database, and we would type in, manage.py run server. However, in Python Anywhere, it's slightly different. What we're going to do is we have to do a couple of steps, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to show you how to go ahead and actually run the server. So now that this part is done, let's just go ahead and see. So we have our Django app, Django project, and manage.py. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over to web. So click over on this little 3-line hamburger drop-down menu here, and we're going to go over to web, and we're going to go down to virtual env. So this is just something I had here before. We're going to go ahead and remove this because the virtual env that I have called is just called venv. So you want to go ahead and update the name of your virtual directory here. Hit OK, and because it does recognize there's a venv there, we're good to go. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy just this little snippet of code, which I'm going to go ahead and put in the description for you anyways. I'm going to go ahead and copy this, And I'm going to show you where we're going to drop it. We're going to go into this WSGI configuration file. And I'm going to go ahead and erase all of this, put this file in here, which is actually the one we should be using. Type in Django project, and then up here we have to go ahead and define the full path, and we're going to go to Django project, and we're going to hit save. And then the last piece that we're going to do, and I'm actually going to show you where everything resides. So you're going to go down to files, you're going to select your project folder here, which we call Django project. And this is where your Django app and your Django project files are. So you're going to go into your project folder. You're going to go to, so this has the exact same setup as you would on your desktop, settings.py, URLs, WSGI, and so forth. We're going to go into settings.py, and under allowed host, I'm going to go ahead and add in my website address, which is satsegel@pythonanywhere.com. And if you're wondering where this comes from, this is going to be your username. So it's going to be your username.pythonanywhere.com. We're going to hit save. Now I'm going to go back to web, and you're going to hit reload. And we're going to give this a little bit of time to reload because it's running all of those commands that normally we would run in the background on its own. Now that's been done, we can go over to a new tab, and we're going to go and type in this address. Oh, something went wrong. So we need to go back and see exactly what may have went wrong. And so we can go and check the error log here. And it's going to say a few things. It's going to say my site, all this stuff. Because there's a few other things we forgot to update. So I'm going to go back here. We're going to go scroll down here. We're going to go under source code. This is actually, now the source code is actually going to be under Django app, Django project / Django app. So it's your project and your app. It likes that, so we're good to go from that perspective. And let's see if there's anything else we need to go ahead and update. Doesn't look like it. Reload. And there you go. So now you have a Django installation, very much like how you would see it on your personal computer. And if you wanted to go ahead and work on these files, you would just go under the Files tab, and you have access to all of your files. Or you go to your Django project, you have your application, and so you have your admin, apps, models, tests, views, and you may want to go ahead and add in a urls.py here as well, obviously. But that's essentially how you go ahead and get Django set up on Python Anywhere using your own URL. So guys, if you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, comment, and I will talk to you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.